Today, I'm going to be sending Josh Jacobs to the Green Bay Packers to see if he can win them a Super Bowl. And I mean, this should be a pretty interesting video because I mean, obviously in the offseason, you guys have already seen Josh Jacobs did end up signing with the Green Bay Packers. So I guess we'll kind of see how this could potentially play out next season. I mean, as you can see, Josh Jacobs is now on the Green Bay Packers. I mean, obviously looking at it right now, this offense is pretty solid. There's definitely some spots they could improve on, but as you can see, we did what they should have done in real life and kept Aaron Jones. So, I mean, the fact that we have Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs on the same team, I feel like that could possibly be the best running back duo in the league, maybe next to Montgomery and Gibbs. But with a team like this, I feel like we should be making the playoffs. And it looks like the Packers did end up having a pretty solid season, going 12-5. Lions won the division though, and we play the 49ers in the wild card round. I mean, as you can see, it looks like Josh Jacobs did end up having a pretty crazy season. I mean, he had 1,500 yards for 12 touchdowns. But anyways, I mean, obviously, I'm really hoping the Packers can pull this one off. Somehow the 49ers went 9-8, even though they all... Oh, come on, hold on, that might work. That is going to be a huge play to open up the game from Watson. I am not going to lie. I was kind of shocked he was wide open. As I was going to say, though, the 49ers have a 91 overall defense and a 91 overall offense, so I'm not really sure how their record is so terrible. I mean, obviously, it was still enough to give them home team advantage, but I feel like they definitely should have at least had like 12 wins or something like that. I'm going to put it back in the air here, though, and everybody's locked up, so love is going down. I can already tell you right now, though, I mean, this is going to be a pretty tough game. The 49ers defense seems to be doing pretty well right now. Actually, never mind. As I say that, they're going to blow coverage once again and leave Reed wide open. So that's going to work out for a Packers touchdown. So that's going to give the Packers a very early lead over the 49ers. I mean, that's a hotter start than I was expecting. We're coming back out here in the third quarter, though, and I mean, no surprise. We are down by 7 points right now, but obviously we are still in this game. So if we can score here, that will tie things up. I mean, the one thing I really want to take down the 49ers in this one, just because, I mean, at this point, they do kind of own the Packers in the playoffs. It seems like they win every time. So, like, I'm really trying to break the curse here. I'm going to hand it off to Jacobs, though. And it looks like that is not going to be a lot of yardage. Jacobs and Jones have been doing pretty well in this game so far, but I mean, at the same time, I feel like the passing game has been working quite a bit better. What a grab. I am really surprised that that did not get knocked away. And they also got struck with a roughing the passer penalty after that as well. So that brought the ball all the way to the 26-yard line, and Jacobs is going to bring it to the 9. I really like the way this guy is playing right now. I mean, he had a pretty slow start to this game, but it seems like Jacobs has been doing a lot better. In the second half, we almost broke away from that. I mean, with 8 yards to go, I feel like our best option is probably just to try and hit Romeo Doubs, so that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, never mind, everyone's kind of locked up. That's gonna work out either way, though. It looks like we're gonna get in on the ground with a run from Jordan Love, so that's gonna tie things up. There's still a whole quarter to be played, though, so I mean, if we want to win this thing, our defense is gonna need to clutch up. But as you can see, unfortunately for the Packers, the defense was not able to clutch up. So once again, we're losing to the 49ers. And I mean, after this one, there is no doubt about it. They totally own us. But anyways, to end off the first season, it looks like Lamar ended up winning MVP. And it looks like the Dallas Cowboys went on to beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl this year. But anyways, that's going to bring us to the second season of this video. And heading into year number 2, I felt like we needed a bit of help for this team. So in the offseason, we went ahead and picked up Grover Stewart, Kyle Duggar, and Odell Beckham Jr. And I mean, I feel like those 3 should be some pretty decent pickups. So I mean, if anything, I feel like the Packers should improve from last season. And as you can see in year number 2, it looks like the Packers are going to go 13-4. But since the Lions one-upped us, they won the division again. And for the second season in a row, we play the 49ers in the wild card round. I am really hoping we can turn things around this season. I mean, the roster has got a bit bit better. So hopefully we can actually beat San Francisco this time. But once again, Jacobs had another pretty solid season with 1,500 yards for 12 touchdowns. And as you can see, I mean, no surprise, the 49ers did score first. So we're down 7-0 to start things off. And it looks like Jacobs, actually, we did get a couple yards off of that play. I thought he was going to go backwards there, but either way, it is 3rd and 9. So we really need this to work out. I'm going to try and go for OBJ, and hopefully he's not locked up. We're going backwards, though, because we're going to be getting smoked. And after that, the 49ers managed to score twice. I'm not too sure what happened. Apparently, we fumbled on the kick return, so it's 21-0 now. I mean, this game's already looking awful for us, so clearly we have a lot of work to do. I really wasn't expecting San Francisco to drop 21 points in the first quarter, but I wouldn't say we're done just yet. Obviously, there's still a lot of football to be played. I just got to make sure we don't make any more mistakes from here on out. I mean, we really haven't made any mistakes to begin with. The only problem was we got sacked, and then we fumbled on the kick return. But I mean, Love's been playing fine. He hasn't really thrown any interceptions or anything like that. I'm going to try and go for Beckham here, though. And it looks like that is in tight coverage, but he's going to bring it in for the first. So, I mean, 10 yards to go, and we're in for the touchdown. I'm just going to hand it off to Jacob and see if he can get some open field here. That is not the pickup I was looking for. At the same time, though, I mean, we were still able to get 3 yards off of that pickup, so I'll take it. I'm gonna switch it up here, though, and try and end things off with Beckham, but he's getting popped. So now we really need this play to work out for us. I mean, if it fails, I honestly might go for it on 4th down just because of the situation we're in, but it looks like this time OBJ is gonna hold on to the football. So that's going to be the Packers' first touchdown of the game. We're getting absolutely cooked right now, though. I mean, that does cut it to a 2-score game. So, I mean, hopefully our defense can play well from here on out. We're coming back out here in the 3rd quarter, though. I mean, as you can see, things are not looking good for us right now. It's been a horrific game for the Packers, I'm not going to lie. It seems like nothing has been going our way. At least Beckham's been playing well. Jacobs has also been doing pretty solid, but obviously the defense has not been doing anything today. I mean, it seems like the Niners have scored every chance they've gotten so far. Once again, though, I mean, Beckham is wide open. I know this guy's kind of aging at this point, but it seems like Beckham was honestly a really smart pickup because he has been on an absolute tear today. It looks like Jacobs is going backwards, though. Honestly, I'm just going to try and end things off with Beckham here because it seems like every time I throw the ball in his direction, he just manages to come down with it. That's another touchdown. I don't know, bro. I mean, I feel like he's actually been unstoppable. It seems like he has crazy separation every play. So that's another touchdown from Beckham. We're still getting torched right now, though. And I mean, obviously, as you can see, we're going to be taking an L in this game. The Niners dropped 52 points on us, which is pretty embarrassing. So, I mean, I think our defense needs some work. But anyways, to end off year number 2, it looks like Patrick Mahomes ended up winning MVP. And it looks like the Falcons went on to beat the Chiefs by 1 point in the Super Bowl. But anyways, that's going to bring us to year number 3. Obviously, the defense was a huge issue in our last playoff matchup against the 49ers. So I kind of went ahead and upgraded them. I mean, as you can see, I'm hoping this will fix our problems. I mean, the defense looks pretty unstoppable right now. And in year number 3, it looks like the Packers went on an absolute tear, going 14-3. This time they're going to win the division and get the number 1 seed. So, I mean, after 2 very, very disappointing playoff appearances, it looks like the Packers finally have home team advantage. I'm just hoping that we don't have to see San Francisco whatsoever. But once again, Jacobs went off with 1,600 yards for 16 touchdowns. And I mean, no surprise. It looks like we're going to be playing the 49ers in the divisional round. I cannot stress this enough. We really, really, really need to get a win here today. Because if we don't, this whole video is basically just going to be me losing to San Francisco. And since that was an absolute brick, that does bring up 3rd down. The only thing that should help us a little bit today is the fact that we do have home team advantage, and it looks like Beckham is still not slowing down from last year. Beckham has actually been Mr. Always Open today. I mean, every time I want to go for this guy, it seems like he's got some crazy separation. I'm gonna keep it on the ground this time, though. Jacobs almost escaped too, so that is gonna bring up a 3rd and 6. The thing is, if he would have got away past that one last defender there, that probably would have gone for a touchdown. That should be a first, though. Come on, Reed, hold on to that. We got it. I really want to try and get Jacobs going for like an explosive play, though. I mean, if he can bring one to the house from the 32-yard line, that would be pretty crazy. Hold on, never mind. Okay, we're getting caught. I was hoping the O-line would have clutched up for us and gave us the blocks we needed, but that didn't happen. Either way, I mean, we didn't lose yardage or anything like that. Come on, please be a first down. We got it. I mean, so far, it seems like this drive has been... Oh, come on. That could be it. Never mind. We're getting caught again. Either way, that's another 5-yard pickup. I mean, we are yet to have a crazy explosive play with Josh Jacobs, but I mean, at the same time, it's not like he's been playing bad or anything like that. Come on, Reed. We're literally 3 yards short. I mean, as long as we can punch this in, all we really need to do is not lose yardage and we have the lead. So hopefully Jacobs can get this. But, oh, we almost got caught by Warner. Doesn't matter. We snuck in. So that's going to be a touchdown from Jacobs, which is going to give the Packers an early lead. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do, though. I mean, we've all seen what the 49ers have been doing to us today. We're coming back out here in the third quarter. On the downside, as you can see, we have terrible field position. I mean, we're literally at our 2-yard line right now. On the bright side, Jacobs is gone. I've been waiting all day for this guy to have a crazy play like that. And I mean, it looks like it's going to come at a very important time. We're also up 21-3 right now. We did lose 3 yards off of that last play, but either way, I really don't care. He had the one explosive play that saved our ass, and it looks like Reed is somehow still up. But anyways, obviously, this is a very important game to win. I think I already said that, but this honestly could also be the first time that we actually beat the 49ers, because I mean, we have not had a lead like this over them at all today, and if we can score here, that's also going to extend our lead, so that would be really helpful. I mean, at the very least, we are in position to at least get a 3 points from a field goal. It looks like San Fran did end up forcing a third down after that. I mean, as I said, I will take a field goal if we need to, because that will still put us up by 21 points, but it looks like we don't have to worry about that, because we're going to find Musgrave. So now if we can get another 3 yards with Josh Jacobs, that is gonna give us another touchdown. And okay, I thought we were gonna get caught there for a second, but it looks like that's gonna work out. So that's gonna extend the Packers lead in the third quarter. As long as our defense doesn't collapse, I think we actually might have this thing. And as you can see, after playing the 49ers 3 seasons in a row in the playoffs, it looks like we're finally gonna get the job done. So the Packers are finally moving on to the next round. And as you can see, it looks like we have to play the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. So obviously, I mean, I wouldn't say things are going to be getting any easier for us. If anything, this defense might be even more difficult just because we have to worry about Micah Parsons. But with that being said, hold on, please bring that in. That's going to be a pretty solid pickup. But anyways, I mean, as I was saying, at this point, the Packers do sort of own the Cowboys in the playoffs, so hopefully that does not stop here. We just gotta keep doing our thing, man. I mean, we are pretty dominant against the 49ers. It feels like our defense is finally doing crazy good right now after all of those pickups in the offseason, because in case you guys forgot, they were pretty bad in the first 2 games against San Francisco. But anyways, I'm gonna try and go for Reed off of this play. That's kind of dangerous, but it looks like that's out of reach, so that's going to be a first. OBJ is another player that's been pretty much unstoppable today, so I mean, I guess we're going to see if Mr. Always Open can be open on this play. That's going to be intercepted, though. I had a feeling I probably shouldn't have thrown that, but for whatever reason, I let it go anyways. And I mean, as you can see, now we're coming back out here in the fourth quarter. We are down 21-17 right now, so it looks like that interception is playing a big factor in this game, because I mean, if that worked out for a touchdown, we would have 14 points on the board right now. But either way, I wouldn't say we're done just yet. I feel like we kind of have to hurry it up here, though, because we don't have a whole lot of time on the clock, and we need to get out of bounds. Let's go. I mean, if we can score here, that is going to help us out a lot, because I mean, that was a pretty quick drive from the Packers so far. That's going to end it too. So that is going to make it a 1-score game. Our defense is going to need to clutch up, though, because I mean, if Dallas gets a first down, this thing is basically over. And as you can see, it looks like our defense was able to save our ass. So I mean, we have 1 minute and 12 seconds to try. That's going to be a first down. Oh, we got to hurry, though, because we do not have any timeouts remaining. So we're going to no-huddle this and try and go for Musgrave. And hopefully he can be open, because we really need him here. That's going to be a flag. That's pass interference. Let's go. I'm going to try and go back to Beckham here because, I mean, he has been absolutely unstoppable today. So hopefully he can bring this in because, I mean, at the same time, it seems like Dallas's defense is kind of folding under pressure. That puts us to the 14-yard line. So all we need to do is not throw an interception and we should be good. On the downside, if we do score here, though, there is still going to be quite a bit of time left on the clock. Actually, I'm just going to keep this on the ground. Okay, that kills some time. And that also brings it all the way to the 2-yard line. So I'm just going to try and go for Watson here. And if this works out, that is going to tie things up and we're going to get it. So somehow the Green Bay Packers are going to pull off the fourth quarter comeback. Obviously, we need to make this, though. This is a very, very important PAT attempt. But as long as we don't brick this, which it looks like that's not going to happen, our defense still needs to clutch up. But I mean, if they can get that done, we are going to overtime. I'm going to try and get overtime started off with a bang here too, because it looks like we do start with the ball here. So I'm going to try and go for Watson, who looks to have a lot of open field. That is going to be a huge play. For a second there, I was honestly thinking the defender was going to catch up to him, but obviously that did not happen. So after one play in overtime, we've brought the ball all the way to the 26-yard line. We're getting sacked, though. And on the downside for us, that does make it 3rd and 21. So we're kind of in dire need for a first down off of this play. Beckham, please, bro. That's going to be dangerous right to Trayvon Diggs. Oh, man. I didn't even realize he was there. I wouldn't have thrown it if I knew Diggs was right behind us. And after that, it looks like the Cowboys stormed down the field and ended their curse against the Packers. So, I mean, once again, the Packers are going to be going home after a very disappointing loss in overtime. I mean, to be fair, we did have a pretty impressive fourth quarter comeback in that one, but obviously we sold at the end. But to end off the third season, it looks like Patty Mahomes is going to be winning MVP, and it looks like the Bengals are going to go on to beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. But anyways, that's going to bring us to year number 4, which is going to be the final season of this video. And in the offseason, we went ahead and picked up Trent Brown and Joel Batonio, and those two pickups right there are going to fix up the O-line quite a bit. So at this point, the Packers are the best that they have been all day. So if we're going to win a Super Bowl, now would definitely be the time. And it looks like once again, the Packers did have a pretty solid season, going 12-5 to win the division. And we play the Cardinals in the wild card round. And once again, no surprise, Josh Jacobs went on an absolute tear with 1,500 yards for 11 touchdowns. And it looks like we're going to sneak away with a 3-point win. So now we play the Commanders in the divisional round. And it looks like we're also going to take down Washington. So now we play the Eagles for a trip to the Super Bowl. Philly did start with the ball, but it looks like we got to stop. So we have pretty terrible field position to start off our drive, because as you can see, they had a no way we have this much open field off of a play like that. That's going to be a first. I mean, that's going to bring it all the way to the 28-yard line. We're not looking bad to start things off. I mean, obviously the defense has already clutched up for us. Come on, get going, Reed. What a pickup. Kind of surprised he stayed up there after the contact, because he got absolutely rocked. But since he did, we have the ball at the 46-yard line now. And it looks like Jacobs is going to make that even more. I mean, since we only need 2 yards for the first down, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to try and go for a shot here. I know this is kind of risky, but it looks like it's going to pay off because Dobbs is going to sneak in for a touchdown. So that is going to give the lead to the Green Bay Packers first here. I mean, the defense is already playing good, so they just need to keep doing what they've been doing. Same story with the offense. We're coming back out here in the fourth quarter, though. I mean, as you can see, once again, it seems like our defense has not been playing well today. It seems like they never play good in important games. That was an absolute brick, but it's going to work out. Obviously, we kind of need to hurry it up here, though, because I mean, we are down by quite a bit. I wouldn't say we're done just yet, but we're going to need to pull off a crazy comeback, kind of like the one that we pulled off against the Cowboys. We're getting sacked. I was just sitting there waiting for somebody to get open, but obviously that never happened. That should at least be a first down from Dobbs. Okay, that helps out a lot. I'm just running safe plays that usually work out for me. So I'm going to try and go back to Dobbs here. This route's a bit different than the last one, but it's like the same idea. Oh, dude, hold on. Everyone's kind of locked up, so I just got to keep this on the ground. We couldn't get out of bounds, though. Honestly, I mean, as long as we can score before the 2-minute warning, I feel like we definitely have a chance here. I just want to keep all 3 timeouts. That's almost in. I mean, obviously, it looks like we are not going to be scoring before the 2-minute warning, but either way, if this works out, we are still going to have all 3 timeouts. As long as we don't get sacked or anything, that's going to be a touchdown from Reed. So once again, I mean, that is going to make it a 1-score game. So we are still in this thing. Just like last time, though, our defense needs to actually do something. But unfortunately for us, Philly just ran the clock out after that. So we're going to be taking a 5-point loss. Once again, we're going home after a pretty crazy playoff run. So once again, I mean, it seems like the Packers just cannot catch a break in the playoffs. I wouldn't say this was a total bust, though, because on the bright side, they did make it to the AFC Championship game twice, but to end off the final season, it looks like Josh Allen's going to be winning MVP, and it looks like the Eagles are going to go on to beat the Chargers in the Super Bowl this season. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel, and if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can, and while you're down there, comment the most random thing you can think of so we can confuse everybody in the comment section. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.